All right, joining us now on Inside TBT, the veteran from Boeheims Army, Eric Devendorf. ED, welcome back to the show.
What's going on, fellas? I appreciate you having me back. It's an honor as always.
I think that, Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong, is he approaching Diebler territory as a top performing recurring guest on this show?
I think you've been on 3 times, and that's not counting the post-game interviews.
I'll take it, man. I'm always usually, right up there with the TBT stuff. So there's another one. So let's do
it. Awesome. Well, let's get right into it. We've had you on. Everyone knows all about you. They know all about Syracuse and Boeheims Army. How the hell did you guys just get every single good player left in like the free agent pool to join Boeheims Army?
Well, I mean, I think we were lucky to, have previous relationships with a lot of those guys, just from playing against guys in college and, staying in touch to, pro careers and stuff like that. But, I mean, we got lucky, too. I mean, overseas elite, obviously not having a team this year, and to be able to grab those 2 guys, then also Tyrese and I think a lot of people don't know about Kiefer Sykes as well and how good he really is. He brings a lot to the table, man. So really excited to get going. We got 11 guys and all of them can really go. Now it's just, up to us to mesh it together and make it happen. So looking forward to it.
So we love Kiefer Sykes. We're Chicago guys. We've known about him forever. Like, he's like the best kept secret in the entire TBT this year.
Yes.
Obviously, tell us about him, but then for the Syracuse fans that don't know about, DJ Kennedy and DeAndre Kane and all those other guys that were just added fairly recently, just talk about the non-Syracuse guys, I guess, and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, well, I mean, starting with Sykes, I mean, just a dynamic scoring guard. I mean, he could, have the ball in his hands and he could play off the ball. Just can score it in bunches and he can create for others as well. And then obviously, a DJ and DeAndre, what they bring is, 4-time TBT champs, experience, toughness. Obviously, DJ is stamped as the best player to play in TBT. And then DeAndre, he's just a guy who can do a little bit of everything. Guard, it seems like 1 through 5. And, if you need a shot, he seems to be able to hit it. And then Tyrese, I mean, everyone knows Tyrese, just a leader. He's a guy out there that when he has the ball in your hands, he makes you feel comfortable. He's going to get guys in their spots. He's going to get a shot off if he needs it. He's going to make plays for others. So, I mean, these 4 guys are guys that would be the man on, usually any team they go to. So, just happy to have them on board for real.
Are you is there any playing time left for you? What's the deal with that? You're like out recruiting over yourself.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Like, I just want to win it for real. Like, this is my 7th year, and it's time to win it. And my clock is ticking, so I don't too much time left. I mean, I still get after it. I can still play. So those teams can take it easy if they want, but I can still get after it. So we got a lot of guys who could who I can defer to, and I'm happy to do that. Like I said, I just want to go out there and win, and I feel that this team right here is one of the most talented teams that, we put together, probably the most talented. And then I think in TBT history, this team right here ranks up as, one of the most talented teams as well.
And of course, naturally, because of when you made all these big time signings, you're a 3 seed. So let me ask you this, are you underseeded as a 3 seed?
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, we'd be a number 1 seed, but I mean, that doesn't matter. Then seeding doesn't really matter in this tournament at all, because a couple of years ago we were playing D3 and they were right there with us the whole game. These guys are pros. I mean, they've been out of college for years, and I mean, obviously you got a couple of guys who are fresh out of college, but most of these guys are professionals. 5, 6, 7 years in. So they're going out there competing, hungry for that money. I mean, it's $1 million on the line. That's a huge incentive right there. And that can really help out people's families and do a lot of things. So guys are going hard.
And obviously, you guys, you mentioned it, you played 7 years. Like, Syracuse, Boeheims Army is a staple in not only in just TBT in general, but the whole history of the tournament. Yet, when there are these regionals that are announced, region after region, Syracuse, New York is not one of them. Is that something you guys are trying to make happen in the future?
Well, we did have it there a few years back. We had it up at OCC, and which was cool. I mean, obviously it was.
I gotta do my
Yeah,
research. That's
no,
so
Joey, you want me to cut that?
No, no, keep it in. As I was saying it, I was like, damn, I remember Melo showing up to a game when they was definitely in Syracuse.
Well, no, that was so when Melo showed up. That was in Baltimore. Yeah, yeah. And the one in Syracuse, that was at OCC. That was we ended up losing to Brotherly Love, but we played Gal Nation with Steve Burt, and no, that was fun. That was fun. But we need to get it in the dome, and I think I heard that's in the works for maybe next year. So I'm gonna be a part of it, regardless if it's playing or on the staff. So I'm looking forward to it.
I have two super important questions that I want to hit on. Here's the first one. I've been seeing a lot on Twitter calling the team Overseas Army, but that doesn't you don't get the Boeheim aspect. So I have a couple options of replaceable names. Want to run them by you. The first one is the Boeheim Sea. That's pretty solid. Okay. The other one is, how do you get overseas? You take a boat. So the SS Boeheim, I think, would be solid. Or you could fly there. So Boeheim Air, because you fly overseas.
I got one more, which is this one's way too easy, and it should definitely be this one, Boeheim Elite.
Yeah, I've heard that one. I mean, and I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, those aren't Syracuse guys," but it doesn't say Syracuse Army; it says Boeheim's Army. So, Coach Boeheim, we ran this by him, and we run everything by him. So he approves it. It's not like he doesn't have anything to do with it. His name's on it. So, for all those people saying, this and that, they're not serious. Man, listen, we talked to Coach about it. He approved it, stamped it. And that's where we're at. But I like those names, but we're just gonna stick with we're gonna stick with Boeheim's Army. That's it.
Thanks for being honest with us. We need that in our life, because we get with a guy like you who's been on 8 times. You shoot it straight with us, whereas we might have someone else on and they'll just they'll suck up to us and say that all our ideas are great. So we need to be humbled a little bit. So thank you for that.
No, you got to be real. I mean, that's constructive criticism, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you still do your podcast?
I do. I haven't done it in a while. It's been almost a month, man. I just kind of took a little break from it.
All right. Well, we're back. Your podcast is back, and the first episode is previewing the tournament with us. So whenever you want us on, we're there.
Oh, that's a great idea. Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? We'll do that for sure. We'll set that up. Absolutely. That's cool. And I'll have, what we could do, I'll have another one, because we'll have a training camp here in Syracuse. So we'll have another one of the guys on too. And if we could do it like that,
Absolutely. I was half kidding, but now we're all the way in.
Yeah. No, we could, that'd be fun, man. We could make it happen.
Yeah, no, we're always down to talk hoops, talk TBT, especially with you. But, obviously, you've talked about it, and it's well documented that you guys have been very, very close. Obviously, you guys have arguably the best roster the TBT has ever seen. I got a very simple question for you. Is this the year?
Yeah, this is – I say it every year. Yeah, I'm not going to say no. I got to put that, that yes out there. And hopefully we can just mesh it together, man. Like I said, we have the talent. You look 1 through 11. Everybody sticks out to you. All those guys are familiar. So just got to put it together, play together. Everybody's going in there with the same mission, and that's to win the money. It's not any egos about trying to do this and do that and score points or rebound, whatever it is. We're trying to go in there and win, and that's the main objective. So yes, it is the year for sure.
Well, last year we said that you guys were going to win. So now this year we're going to say you're not going to win. And then
that's it. I like it.
We'll reverse it. Even though I do have you winning in my bracket, but I'll say right now that I don't have you winning.
Let's stick with what we're not winning. Stick with it right there. We're doing like you said, the role thing, the reversal thing.
Are you guys going to haze DeAndre Kane and DJ Kennedy in the locker room because they're rookies? Freshman?
No way. No. Oh no. Oh, they're the most experienced guys coming in. 4-time, TBT champions. I mean, we're excited to have those guys aboard. And just all the experience and toughness. And I've been texting with both of them. And DeAndre is a guy who's vocal. He's gonna let guys know, like, hey, this is what we need to do, and we need a guy like that. I think that's a guy that's we've been missing over the past few years. Besides myself, I just want somebody else to get out there and get up in them. And this is what we're trying to do. So I feel that we brought that.
And obviously, there's a ton of great teams besides you guys in the tournament this year. Any teams that really stand out to you with some great additions? Any guys that are playing maybe in their first year? Guys that maybe you would love to play against? Obviously, you're not looking past your first matchup. Anything, that's not what I'm saying. But anything out there that just is like, damn, like that's awesome for the TBT.
Yeah, well, like you said, every team is talented, man. There's guys that people haven't heard of who are just unbelievable players. But I think Challenge ALS, I love Jerome Randall. I'm a fan of his game. I always been since California, and tough Chicago guard, just brings it, man. Tough as heck, and really can do it all. So and then I've seen Purdue added some guys, obviously Ohio State, and then that West Virginia region, West Virginia, and I think I saw the Virginia team as well. They got left hand Reggie, the left hand, I forget his last name, but he can play. It's a lot of good guys, man. So just looking forward to getting out there and competing.
All right, my last question for you. We've been chatting for about a year now. You've been on our show a few times. We're going to be in Dayton. We're not going to be in Illinois. Do you feel added pressure to get to Dayton, knowing that that's the only way you'll get to hang out with us?
Not really. No, I don't feel I'm not going to put that extra pressure on myself. It's obviously with the team that we put together, we have a target on our back. So it's everybody's going to be giving their best shot against us, and we know that. So we got to go in there prepared. But again, we have the guys to do it. Guys have played in this tournament every single summer. So we're just looking forward to getting out there and getting after it.
All right, ED, you know how we end every single show. Give you a chance to ask us any questions. It's been a minute since we last had you on. So, last time we let you off the hook, you were asking like who we thought was going to win it. Like, what do you got for us this time?
Hey, you just put me on the spot like this. Okay. About the TBT. Oh, so I got
anything. About anything. Okay. You have your own show. This should be easy for you.
Yeah, it could be about life. It could be about food. It doesn't matter. Your show.
Okay, so I got two. I got two good ones. The first one is a life, and the second one is an easy. It's a basketball.
Okay.
When do you guys decide to sit down and have kids?
Wow.
It's a big one.
Andrew, there's a lot of steps that have to happen for me. Andrew's got one of those steps kind of taken care of. I mean, I won't speak for him. First I gotta find the lucky lady first. So
okay, there you go.
That's a big step for me. I can't.
And Allie Raisman,
one game at a time.
Raisman is hard to get into contact with. So Joey, that might take a while.
What'd you say?
I said Allie Raisman is not easy to get into contact with.
That's a good point.
Second one. Who wins Suns or Bucks, and in how many games?
Suns in 4.
Come on, man. Suns in 6.
Well, we're Chicago guys. Like, I don't like any Wisconsin sports. Andrew's a little bit different. I don't like the Bucks. I don't like the Packers. I don't like the Brewers. All that whole thing, because that's just the Chicago rivalry. But I also Andrew has a different reason why he doesn't like the Bucks. I'm just the biggest. I love Chris Paul. Like, always have. Like, he's
great story.
I was telling Andrew before this, like, I had 2 jerseys hanging up in my room for as long as I can remember, and it's Steve Nash and Chris Paul. So, like, I'm rooting. So, I mean, every basketball fan seemingly is rooting for Chris Paul to win, but, like, I'm a big fan of Chris Paul's for sure.
Kind of reminds me of Chris Paul a little bit. It's like the savvy guard who couldn't get it done on his own, so had to add 2 additional, like, good stars, like, I don't know, like DeAndre Kane and, like, DJ Kennedy type guys, and now he's got a chance to win. That's just kind of what it reminds me of.
Yeah, and it hopefully it ends up like that. We get all the way there. But I mean, what a great story with Monty and Chris Paul. Obviously, coached him just coming into the league in New Orleans, and now, all the stuff that Monty's been through, and then Chris, and then getting to this point. So, yeah, I'd love to end it there, and hopefully they can finish it, and hopefully we can get to Dayton and finish it there, and then we get to have some dinner.
I think before the Suns go to the White House, if they win, they should all go to Dayton and play the winner of TBT and then the winner of the TBT versus NBA championship game has to play the gold medal winner
of the
Wow.
Olympics.
And then they're just they're globe champs.
See, you're not far off. It's a lot of steps that need to happen for that, for that to happen. But hey, you're not far off, man. It could happen.
Crazier things have happened.
Oh, hey, anything is possible for real, man. You just get a plan, figure it out.
No
Crazier
doubt.
things have happened. A bunch of guys that are used to play together in college now are playing to hopefully win a championship.
Hey, man, it's a great 2 weeks. Guys getting back together, young and old, and we got a good mixture of that this year. And it's just a lot of good memories besides getting on the court and competing. Off the court, just guys telling old stories, old games, old Boeheim stories in the locker room. It's just, it's fun. It's a fun time, man.
It's just a bummer that you guys won't win it this year. That's a bummer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see what we're doing. We're sticking with that. That's what we're sticking with right there.
Absolutely.
Sticking to it.
And now you know that whenever we say that, like whether it's like on our show or on ESPN, when we come out and we're like, hey, like Boeheims Army does not have what it takes. Like, why we're saying it.
Absolutely.
When you see us on ESPN saying that, Joey, what are you talking about? We're going to be on like sports.
I was just using the two different ends of the spectrum.
No, this is what we have to say. Boeheims Army will not win, and we will not be on ESPN at all this summer.
That's true.
What's going on, Joey? What's going on with you today, man? It wasn't at Syracuse. Carmelo went to, he went to Syracuse. It was really Baltimore. I mean, come on, man. What's going on?
I don't know. Hey, I'm on East Coast time too, man. It's late for me. Like, my kids have been keeping me up at night and stuff, so.
All good, man. All good. No, hey, that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked that question. Wait on that.
Okay. Noted. We got
Wait
time.
on that. Yeah, take all of it. No, hey, love them, but you know what I'm saying.
All right. ED, thanks, man.
Appreciate you guys, man. Hopefully see you soon, man.
Absolutely.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, we'll never see you.
Stick with it. Stick with that.